guys, today I'm going to show you how to reverse dye your own t-shirts. It's super simple and easy, so let's get started. I got these blanks from presshall.com. I got the Port & Company 54 and then also the Gildan 5000. Both of these shirts work really well, they just have to be 100% cotton. Next, I gathered my supplies. You're going to need a bottle of bleach, some water, and then something to put your bleach in. I use this sprayer because I dye a lot of shirts at once, but you can also use just a regular spray bottle or a squeeze bottle. When you're bleaching your shirts, you want to make sure to use 1-to-1 ratio, so 1 part bleach and 1 part water. I got this sprayer off of Amazon and it was super cheap and it works for dyeing a bunch of shirts at once, so I really love it. Here's me just pumping it up because you have to create pressure inside of the container so you're able to spray your shirts later. Also, don't forget gloves when you're working with bleach. It can be really dangerous and toxic to your hands. Once I have my supplies all gathered, then I start to lay out my shirts just like this, and I'll show a close-up video in a second of how I'm doing this. It's super simple, and I decided that I don't like to use rubber bands because it takes a lot of time, and squishing them up like this really basically creates the same effect. Here's a little bit better view of me squishing up the t-shirt. So what I do is I start from the center and kind of just pull in all the sides into the middle there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but this is the kind of design that I'm going for. Next, I start spraying my t-shirts down with my bleach solution after they're all laid out, and they start to turn orange almost immediately. I usually leave my bleach solution on for about 10 minutes because I don't want it to start eating holes through my fabric. It's also totally up to you with how much bleach you want to put on your shirts. If you want them more saturated or less, it's a trial and error type of thing. Next, I just flip the t-shirts over and then I do the same thing on the other side. So once these are all turned over, I just go back over with my bleach solution and dye the other side of the shirt. When I'm finished spraying down the other side, I just take a peek at my t-shirts to make sure that there's not any weird holes or black spots that I don't want, because you can always add more bleach, but you can't take it away. Once I double check to make sure it's exactly how I want it, then I start spraying them down because you need to get the bleach off the shirts as soon as possible so that it stops processing. I'm just using our garden hose and making sure that they're completely wet, and then I'm also double checking again and then throwing them in this tub so I can take them to the laundry room and wash them. When you're washing your shirts, you don't want to do it with a load of anything else, just strictly these shirts because they do have a little bit of bleach still on them, but as far as washing goes, you just wash and dry them as usual. It is important to keep in mind that when you're washing out your shirts with the water before you put them in the wash, that you want the water to basically run clear just so you know you got all the bleach and dye out of your shirts. So you can either stop right here or you can take it a step further. I usually take it a step further for the shirts that I sell in my Shopify store, and I have a heat press and I use a screen print transfer just to add a little design to the front of my shirt. My heat press is from swingdesign.com, and then I just use this custom ruler my dad made me to measure and make sure that my screen print transfer is going to go on straight. I heat up my heat press to 325 degrees and then I press my transfer for 10 seconds. Once the 10 seconds are up, I open my press and I hot peel the transfer off to reveal this beautiful design of 2 dancing skeletons. I hope this video helped anybody out there that was wanting to bleach dye or reverse dye, whatever you want to call it. It's a really fun way to totally redo a t-shirt and make it your own. Also, all of these are unique, no pattern is going to be the same, which is really fun. Anyways, I appreciate you guys and thank you for watching.